It starts with the landlord's threat of eviction after non-payment and the tenant's threat right back of the eviction's ban extension through the end of July. Then, an apology from the tenant for the undeserved stress caused. You've been brilliant towards me from the beginning. Promises like, I will take care of this and it will never happen again, weeks later turn into, I will be moving today in the next 2 days.
At the start of COVID, I actually lost my job. I was furloughed. And immediately, when the world sort of shut down, I offered to every tenant I had at that time to work with them and see if they needed some help financially. Because I do understand it for sure. But none of them took me up on it.
Something happened in the apartment Michelle Richardson once proudly rented out on Hyde Avenue in Crescent Hill after the promises were broken and the eviction process began.
We changed the locks, discovered the horror show that is inside. There's molded food and black syrupy sticky stuff all over the floors. There's vomit all over the walls, beer bottles, drugs, drug paraphernalia, just about everything that you could possibly think of that you would not want to clean up.
And it got worse.
This is the brick that she threw.
The inside destroyed and the doorway smashed out weren't the most shocking part of this ordeal to Richardson. That happened when she called Louisville police to the residence.
They stated that all of my notices didn't mean anything and that it's her door and she can do what she wants. And they even said to her, you can stay another 30 days. Which just completely removed any sense of control or power that I felt in this situation. Not helping in that situation in itself and the damage to the property has just left me like, I have no idea what to do. Which is a first. I've been doing this my whole life, so.
Richardson says they didn't even do a police report. She did some research on the tenant and found the woman has done this before. A previous landlord telling Richardson the woman physically assaulted her, smashed out the door, took her AC unit, owed over $5,000 in debt, and it took months to get her out because of COVID.
The tenant is responsible to not damage the property, keep it in good condition, and all that.
So if the police won't help, what are landlords supposed to do when they witness alleged criminal destruction of their property? Metro Louisville advised us to take our questions about this to Stuart Pope of the Legal Aid Society.
The landlord would be entitled to sue for damages and collect damages from the tenant.
So if you're a landlord and they're smashing your property and destroying your property, you just got to sit back and wait for a lawsuit?
No, I think at that point you either take out a warrant. If it is actively going on, I would suggest that they call the police.
LMPD says they understand the property owner's frustration at the eviction process, but they say it's a civil issue and they followed proper protocol. Pope says tenants using every tool at their disposal can stretch an eviction out for 6 to 8 weeks. Richardson says the lease violations began in the middle of May. The first eviction notice was sent July 5th. The eviction hearing held September 30th. It's now October. 3 months have gone by.
I contacted Metro Services today just to let them know that there's an abandoned vehicle with expired tags back here and that this is open and I'm concerned about pests and things like that. And they told me to call the police.
After all this, Michelle Richardson is seriously considering evicting herself from the landlord business.
It's more of an heirloom to me. Because it is going to go to my children, hopefully. But after this, I'm like, man, it's the first time I've really felt like I want to throw in the towel.